side, you're in the middle. Left side. On your left. You're on the right, 3 wide.
Okay, it's over. Bad luck, Ethan.
Bottom split, race 1. So my name is Ethan, and I am here because I'm trying to learn how to race. I'm a rookie. I think I'm in Class D on my iRacing license, but I'm really just trying to learn how to race. And this is my first race of the year in the GR86 Cup. I'm starting in P14. That's my friend Alex. We're both kind of doing this journey together, but he's a lot faster than I am. So yeah, this is my first race. It starts off super chaotic. I'm really slow. My fastest lap times are 112. And the alien lap times in top split are like 1.7s. So I'm pretty slow here, but
no, Jimbo. Jim's race engineering.
I do okay. You can see this guy kind of has a bit of contact and then kind of pushes me off track a little bit, but I don't really know. I think that's just part of racing. Get a bit of sideways. And I do something probably not too smart coming into here. I really don't want to lose another position. I'm quite competitive, so I go too wide and just hit that guy pretty hard, get some contact. This one was also another funny thing. You can see there's no one on my right side. No one in my rear vision mirror. Boom. Contact. I just took that guy out because I didn't see him come out of the pits, and yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I should be asking you the same thing. I was ahead of you.
So basically, I am creating a sim racing brand from scratch. I'm making sim racing wheels, so I'm racing on my own wheel here. It's called Grip's Edge, and the first race, I come P14. My fastest lap is a 112.3. I gain 0.12 safety rating, and I lose 45-ish I rating. So pretty average, but it's okay. This is my fastest lap of the first 3 races, which is what you're going to see in this this video, is 3 races. I'm pretty proud of this one, because my previous bests are 110.5, so you can see that throughout the 3-minute practice, and then you get 8 minutes of qualifying time and then a race. So throughout that time, I've gained a bit of pace, going from that 112 of the fastest lap to a 110. And you can see my delta bar. I'm kind of just matching at the moment, but really my goal in this series is to become the best racer that I can possibly become. I want to learn the most that I can about racing and motorsports. I love the Formula 1, I love watching some of the GT racing. I grew up playing Forza, the Forza Horizon games, and Gran Turismo and Need for Speed. Most Wanted was the one I grew up with, unfortunately not Underground, but yeah, I just absolutely love racing. I love cars, and so I want to be good at this. And I got a time of 109.8, and that made me feel amazing. Because for my second race of the year, I was starting in P3. And with my friend behind me in the blue car in the rear vision mirror, that's Alex.
I was like, I'm not going for it, but I'm like, I have to try and stick close.
And I nearly take out, purely by being too eager and a little bit distracted, I nearly take out P1.
Yeah.
Just gotta be careful.
And they're pretty nice about it. I apologize straight away. I know some people get pretty angry.
Yeah, you gotta brake a little earlier on that inside line.
They even give me a little bit of advice, brake a bit earlier on the inside line. So I was pretty grateful for that, because it's pretty tough sometimes, especially in the lower rated lobbies. Sometimes you get...
Oh, I'm spinning!
Yeah, a little bit of a spin, or you just...
Oh my gosh.
I didn't have the car control that I needed, really, in this one.
I barely saved it.
But I did have a pretty good exit out of there. Managed to get P2, which I was super happy with.
Wow, down to 12.
As you can see, the guy behind me's got a pretty decent run, but not quite enough to challenge. I'm
much
braking pretty early there still, and P1 has a massive oversteer, but I still just can't catch up. That last corner for the first 3 races was the bane of my existence. The other thing that was the bane of my existence was catching a cone. It slows you down so much. But here, something terrible happens. My shifter breaks. Now this is not really a particularly common problem when you're racing with a paddle shifter, with a professional wheel, but my wheel is completely 3D printed, and so the shifter button just broke. I bought these cheap little shifters off AliExpress, and so that's something that I obviously have to redo in the new one. This is what my wheel looks like though. It's that's the 3D render that I've done of it. So it's pretty good. It's got magnetic paddle shifters and everything you need, but for this race I had to be using one of those face buttons because my shifter was just completely dead. And because I'm a rookie and I'm maybe a little bit stupid, I decide that because I have the pace of P3, I should be trying to race number 15 here, who is an entire lap ahead of me, maybe 2. So I'm not particularly smart here. If I was red, I would be angry, but luckily for him, I had a bit of a spin.
No, I didn't get any incident points.
But within a lap, I'm already back up to him. Like, I am a lot faster, and you can unlap yourself in iRating. The blue flag is really an optional flag, which I've learned, but it doesn't mean that I should be putting this guy's race in danger and his safety rating in danger, to be honest. Like, I'm clearly over pushing to kind of get ahead of him, which is not particularly a smart thing to do. Because you go into the final lap and he's back ahead of me again anyway by the end of this clip. So I'm just needlessly putting myself and him at risk. And I'm doing it slow. And you can hear Alex in the back is having a great race. Because someone span him out and then he just had the pace to beat him, and he was very happy when he got ahead in a clean race. So this race, again, pretty disappointing. P13. Damaged wheel, like my prototype wheel, but my fastest lap's at 109.5. I started P3, so it wasn't the worst. Now we have race 3, which is my redemption. P1 decides to just park it, which is really dangerous, I reckon, on this track, but that's okay. Managed to use my clutch to get ahead. So I got an okay start, but not that good. I'm in P7, I think, here, and it's just chaos. Like, look at this. The guy in the back just absolutely dive bombs all the way through. Everyone else is trying to drive safely, but it is what it is. Now he gained like 3 places there. Trying to drive safely because I know I have a bit better pace than that, but I'm also kind of out driving that guy. Kind of, I don't know what happens there. Takes himself out, or Lachlan Stevens ahead takes him out. I'm not sure. But you can see my racing has definitely improved. I'm not quite all over the place. I'm not hitting people, except for right here, where I just completely take that guy out, and I immediately apologize. So sometimes, definitely in my rookie races, like I've done a few races since these 3, I get a little bit eager. I try and overdrive. So here I'm trying to like dial it back a bit, and you just see this guy. I'm watching him. He's just got a generational run. He's 100% going to get ahead of me until this guy pulls up and just absolutely dive bombs it. No chance of making that corner. I probably helped him make that corner by hitting him, but I was pretty upset by that. Yeah, that was really, in my opinion, just too much of a dive bomb. You can't cut someone's racing line off like that. But every time I have an incident, I go back and I watch the replay, and I'm like, oh, you know what? If you're in their cockpit, it's completely justified. So a lot of the time, that's kind of how I feel. But here I decide to kind of try and do the same thing. I don't feel bad about this at all, but then he just full-on brake checks me, which I think is inappropriate. And he decides to just repeatedly hit me. So I spoke to him afterwards, and he says it was just a squeeze. He was trying to squeeze me to the outside, but I'm kind of already half off the track, so and I'm worried about him dive bombing and hitting me, so I take that corner terribly cautiously. Yeah, so I was pretty upset at that, but I try and keep a level head during the race, because I know that even though, like, I've got 11 incident points here, which is not what I want. I want to be gaining my racing class. So I try and keep a level head, even though Jim in the background's telling me that I'm absolutely losing it. But really, I want to try and be consistent with my racing. I don't want to be someone who's getting angry and crashing out during a race because somebody hits me. There's plenty of times where I hit people and it's a complete accident because I'm just trying to overdrive because I want to be faster, or I lose control of the car because I'm going a bit too fast around the corner. So, you know, I'm not too upset at this stage. But I'm keeping up. I'm doing okay. I think I do have the raw pace on these guys at this point, but they're having a pretty good battle ahead. So I managed to almost get ahead, but just with these cars, so much of it is momentum. And that last corner, as I said before, I just struggle with massively struggle with it. So here, these guys are having a bit of trouble here. I think I actually... yeah, I brake a little bit earlier than them because I just want to make sure I get the corner. And I do. It's still a little bit slow, but I'm definitely got a little bit of pace. You can see I'm gaining on Cody Johnson's a guy ahead, and he kind of just overtakes. And I feel quite bad for this guy here because Cody just drives into the back of him, pushes him forwards. Probably not my preferred way of driving, but, you know, it is what it is. During the race, I pick up a cone, but there's no way I'm letting Cody get back ahead of me, so I drove my absolute heart out. You can see my delta's 1.8 seconds off, so pretty slow with the cone, but I finished P5. You can see Alec is getting mad. Cody's going to get reported for that. This is him on the straight bumping into me, and this was the dive bomb that he did, so... you know, from his point of view, he probably thought he was just getting in a really good double overtake. From my point of view, he was cutting off my racing line. So at the end of the day, I have a safety rating of 3.35, which is a gain of almost 0.8. And I lost 49 iRacing in those 3 races, but the last race I gained 46. So overall, it was kind of an up and down day, but the lessons that I learned will allow me to gain more positions while having a safer race. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to continue to see my racing journey and you want to see exactly what goes into creating the wheels that I race on, then please subscribe to the channel